Hello guys and welcome to Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to be talking about the medium role in Town of Salem. Now the medium role is a rather special role as it is the only role that allows you to talk to the dead chap after they have perished from the town. Now what this means is that you have access to knowledge outside of the normal spectrum of things. For instance, you can gain an outsider view from the people in the dead chat, or you can try and make a Mafia sell out his fellow Mafia members. Finally, there is a chance that you can gain some information from, say, detectives or investigators who died the previous night. Say they investigated someone, they got a result, but they died and did not put it in their will, because they couldn't. Therefore, you can then gain that information and possibly lynch somebody who would not possibly have been lynched before. A new addition to the medium as well is the fact that once you are dead, you have a one-time use of haunting a living person, able to transfer information from the dead to that person. Now, obviously, this is a kind of dual-edged thing, as if you haunt the wrong person, say a Mafia member, while accusing a Mafia member, you're not going to be able to get your information across. Therefore, you're going to have to make sure who you haunt is going to use your information to its fullest potential. So, here's a few tricks you can actually use with the medium. One of the specific things that a medium is good for is starting off a bandwagon. Keyword you want to use here is "the dead said this." Right? If you want to get somebody lynched, even if you don't really think that he's 100% Mafia, or if the dead haven't mentioned it, and you want to actually spur it off because you have to lynch, or if you'll lose the game if you don't, then basically just say the dead said that such and such was the Mafia. At which point a bandwagon will start, because people trust the medium, because the medium not only has their own backing, but the backing of lots of other people, specifically your fellow town members in the dead zone, which are most likely to be there. Therefore, always use the medium's bandwagoning ability to its fullest advantage. Secondly, when you talk to the dead, you can trust the serial killer. Now, a serial killer is on his own. If he's dead, he'll most likely want to get the Mafia dead out of spite, as the Mafia are the most likely the guys who got him lynched. Therefore, you can probably trust what he says when he says that somebody's immune. It's not a definite thing, because some serial killers just want to screw with town. You can gauge whether the serial killer is on the side of town or Mafia by just looking at his general mannerisms. But in general, you can trust the serial killer to tell the truth. Therefore, you can gain stuff from him, like who the Godfather is, who the arsonists are, etc., etc. When in dead chat, never trust what the Mafia say. Now, I know earlier on I said you can try and get some of your Mafia to give up who they are. Now, if they say that somebody is their fellow Mafia, always think that that person is innocent. Whatever the Mafia says, you can gain information from it, but think of the opposite of what they're saying. If they say that somebody is the Mafia, assume they're not the Mafia, and go after the people who are not that person. Unfortunately, this will not work on newbie Mafia members who decide to just give up their teammates. You can probably tell them from their childish behaviour and their overusage of lols. If there is a spy in the death zone, please ask them for whisper information. Even common whispers you can gain some information from if you can deduce what they mean. Say if Billy messages Sally saying what happened last night, if there has been a situation in town where somebody was attacked but there was immune, you can usually get down that Billy has attacked the person and has then asked their fellow Mafia what they're doing. Therefore, you get two Mafia in one, but you get it from the spy from the dead zone. Therefore, you then bring that information to the table, as the spy will never stop listening to the Mafia. The spy is the medium's perfect partner, always remember that. Next, I'm going to talk to you about haunting godfathers. Now, this is a rather advanced strategy which I wouldn't advise. However, it can pay off if you're good enough. One thing that can pay off is if you talk to the Godfather enough, you'll distract him enough from his work that you manage to stop him from actually clicking the attack button. This will buy town overnight. It's not a very likely thing, but if you can pull it off, then it is one of the most amazing feats for a medium to do. Next I'm going to talk to you about connecting with the Jester. If the Jester's just died and you're the medium, you can try begging the Jester to kill somebody who was voted guilty who you know to be bad. As a medium you can do this, and if you can get the Jester on side, then you will get them killed. And that will be a +1 for town. Finally, I'm going to talk to you about a little meme that takes place in town of Salem called the Medium's Curse. Now, this is useful because the Medium's Curse refers to the fact that the medium used to always die night one in matches. This has formed a little bit of a meme about that. However, the only people who will ever think of the Medium's Curse off the bat are actual mediums. Therefore, by saying I'm suffering from the Medium's Curse, and if people do say that, you can pretty much give yourself a confirmed identity right away, as only mediums will think of it because of referencing the meme. Use it to your advantage, guys. It's a good idea. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm Magnasaur2, and thanks for listening. I appreciate you liking my videos, if you do in fact like them. If not, well, I'm sorry. But thank you all anyway. Goodbye!